This is the ghost of Karen, Chaos Karen, and I am here for 3 reasons. The first one was to recruit you to the best alliance in the circle, called the Pet Club. You've seen the presentation. I'm not going to belabor it, but I will show my work. I did, in fact, record and produce that song that you just heard. It was a very good use of my time, obviously, because now it is very early in the morning. But I recruited about, 25 Karens to sing this with me, and or more. It looks like it might have been more. And I just wanted to show my work, that I am not just knowledgeable about reading marbles, cryptocurrencies, but I also know how to make not very good parody songs. So that is a fun fact about me. Now, and this is a hobby I picked up as a ghost in the last 24 hours. Or I guess 12 hours. In any case, my second order of business is to give you an update on Eliza Coin. So I pulled this from my Chaos Conspiracies dossier, and if you have a look here, amazingly, but not surprisingly, upon news of the rebranding of the marbles, the value of Eliza Coin increased, and given the volatility of cryptocurrency, I advise you to keep a close eye on the coin. The third item on today's agenda is to get into what happened with yesterday's vote. And so Derek M. was the lead at 1 minute 5 seconds in the marble race. And I had hypothesized to the followers of the marbles within the depths of our Discord that this could very well spell the end for me. Since the first time Derek was in the lead at 1 minute 5 seconds, Steven, the original marble runner, was voted out of the circle that night. And, we can now confirm with evidence that when Derek is in the lead at 1 minute 5 seconds, that the face of the marbles for that race will be voted out of the circle, just as I had been last night. So I wrote here, Chaos Karen eliminated via Derek M. Therefore, to circumvent this problem, I, a ghost, will run tonight's marble race and some of the future races with my associate to reduce the odds of another marble truth teller leaving the circle prematurely. And so, my associate Cage, spelled Kcaj, that's how you spell his name. I'll spell it out here for you. That's how you spell it. He will be joining me tonight, so I'm looking forward to that. And we will be receiving the information that the marbles bless upon us. And let's just look at the other Spasas sheet. Congratulations to winner Kristen Williams, or should I say Tristan Williams? I misspelled it too, so let's fix that. For winning and greatly succeeding at not leaving. And so, good job. Great job with the race. Those were really the only theoretical developments I wanted to share with you today. So let's get to the marbles. It's time to choose the track for today's race, and I mentioned the face of the marbles, that being me. Yesterday, I was the face of the marbles. There actually happens to be a 1946 film, I was looking it up earlier, Face of Marble. The Face of Marbles. Marble. Yeah, there we go. It came out in 1946. So, it looks like an old-timey movie, and it's about Dr. Randall is so obsessed with reanimating the dead in his isolated old dark house and lab, and he doesn't realize his wife is in love with his younger assistant. Wow. Okay. Well, speaking of reanimating the dead, I feel like I relate a little bit on that level. It is time to pick the track for the marble race today. The Face of Marble came out in 1946, So I think it's time to do track 46 once again. It yielded a very exciting race yesterday, and I'm going to bring in a very special guest to announce the race. It is my very good friend and announcer, Cage. Cage, how are you doing today?
I am good. How are you today, Karen?
Well, I am very excited to see the race today on track 46. We lost a number of marbles during the race, and I'm wondering if now we've gone through it once before, if you have any favorites going into it this time around.
Nope, I am 100% impartial.
The marbles are ready, and they have jumped off the platform.
And they are off indeed. The marbles making their way off that starting platform and down into this slight decline ramp and then down, straight down, 100% down, in fact, 180-degree drop, and back up they go. And as you can see, all sorts of different types of marbles jostling for the early lead here. As of now, Billy Anslow's in first, and now Jesse is in first. And now Jack Linehan is in first. Any one of these marbles could win. Jack Linehan, in fact, out with an early lead and making his way down that middle ramp there. As you can see, the rest of the marbles still congregating at that entryway. Jack Linehan with a long lead as we're approaching 45 seconds. Remember, folks, the conspirator pick is at 105. Ricky Watts is now in first, but Ricky Watts has fallen off the map. Tons of marbles could fall off the map, giving the opening to any marble if they are able to snatch that lead. And now we're at a minute to go here. Rocky Ferguson is in the lead. 103, 104. Rocky Ferguson is falling. 105. It's Stevie Wild, folks. Yes, Stevie Wild, he of marble infamy, is in first place at the 105 mark. Conspirators, take note, it's one of your favorites. Now Roy Fuller in first as he makes his way down here into the pegs. Back and forth he goes, making quick work of the pegs, in fact. Nice right outside angle there. And down the final stretch, and it's Roy Fuller taking the crown with Stevie Wild in second place. What a race for Stevie Wild. And there's your 1-2 finish, folks. Roy Fuller will be your Marble Race Marble Mill champion for today. And Stevie Wild in second place. And a very, very aggressive 1-2 finish at that. The rest of the marbles still making their way through here. We even have timer on this race to cap out if there's any DNFs, and there should be at this rate a lot. You can see tons of marbles still way back at the beginning as more and more now coming down through those pegs and getting to the finish line. 19 seconds left until DNFs, and still tons of marbles. You can see back there Alex Viver, Jen Reddington, Carly Minix, all falling. Alex Viver struggling to get in ahead of that closing wall behind him. Elise Sadler drops, the winner of yesterday's race. And there you go, folks. Time is up. 2:26.96 on the final timer. Roy Fuller, your champion, with a time of 1:26.923. Stevie Wild in second, 6 seconds behind. And of course, to note, was in fact in the lead with 1 minute and 5 seconds. So purists, conspirators, you have your pick. You have your whims. Do with them what you may. Tons of do not finishes. What an exciting Marble Mill 2.0 race we had. I was in first for a lot of that.
That's so fun. You would enjoy that. But not in first at 105.
Yeah, that's what counts.